Hi, I'm Brady Ellison, and I'm going to talk to you now about shot execution. In this series, we're going to go over follow through, expansion, and release. And it's really all intertwined into one thing, but it's going to be simple and it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, we've already loaded everything onto our back. We already have the tension in our back. We don't have any tension in our forearm and bicep, and through expansion, we're going to keep it that way. We're going to use all that energy that we've stored in our back to pull through the shot, to expand through the shot. So all it is once you're back here, it's going to be that same angular movement back behind your head. Your elbow's trying to go behind your head, behind that arrow line, just as before. That same movement that we drew with, that the transfer was. It's all the same movement, so it's really no different than anything we've learned so far. So it's just back there, and you just want to pull through the shot, expand in that nice round motion, and it's just going to be real easy, real gradual, and then it's going to click. And that's all expansion is that nice gradual movement all on your back. After you've transferred and all that and you're ready to expand, you're ready to execute your shot, you're going to have someone check your clicker position. And you're going to have it 1/8 of an inch, a couple of meters, something real small, so you don't have to work that far. So you have that nice gradual expansion, and it's going to help your aiming and just your overall shot execution by only pulling through that little bit. The release is just a continuation of expansion, and into follow through, it's all the same motion. But during the release, obviously you have to let go of the string. So what we're going to do is when you release, you're just going to want to just relax your hand just a little bit, just enough so your fingers move just enough so you get that nice roll off the string. It's physically impossible to open your fingers faster than that string comes out. Seen it on high video, it's just you can't open your fingers fast enough. So we don't really need to try. All we need to do to get that nice, clean, crisp release is just relax your fingers just a little bit, and it's just going to boom, roll right off of it. So as soon as you get done releasing, that string comes out of your fingers, it's going to sit there, and you're going to want in your follow through to have your hand run right along your jawline and come out, and you're just going to want to keep that same back tension going, the same expansion, that same angular movement back until it naturally stops. And it's kind of what this shot is all about, is just things that your body naturally does, the strongest position. So follow through when we end our shot is going to be the same way. So you're going to come up, you expand your release, and your follow through is going to slide right along your jaw, and it's just going to come out. Your hand's going to be nice and relaxed. You'll notice you still have the bend in your wrist, just like we did from the very start when we put our fingers on the string. Still going to have that nice bend in your wrist, even though everything's slack, and your arm is just going to come out, and it's going to be a nice, smooth motion. Now, another thing you're going to want to focus on and follow through is the front half. And in this whole entire expansion process and shot execution, your front half never moves. It has never moved since we got done with setup. So your front half is going to stay still, and all through this it's not going to move. But as soon as you release and follow through, you have this motion back, so you might want to rock back. So what I do is as soon as it clicks and releases, just as a natural movement, I snap my wrist down. It's not like a big, like I'm forcing it down or anything, but you'll notice when the bow jumps out of your hand naturally wants to go this way. So right as you release and you have your follow through, just letting that hand relax and come down gives you a nice even balance. So you have this going this way and this going this way, and that's going to keep you centered, so when you shoot it's just a nice even. And that's all your follow through is. When you're releasing and you have your follow through, and we're talking about this front bow arm and dropping the wrist, you want to make sure that your wrist and forearm and all this stuff, it stays here. You're not dropping down. You're not dropping down, you're not raising your wrist up. It's just nice and solid and just dropping straight down. That's what you want to focus on. And another thing is when you shoot, if you have any movement in your arm, you want it to be a natural break towards your back. Everything's always towards your back. Kind of like if your chest is opening when you release, like that's a good thing. You don't want it to be a big exaggeration motion, because then you're just throwing your bow arm. And so you just want a nice, clean, if it goes left, that's good. Keeping it still is the best, the most optimal thing, and you never ever want your bow arm coming in, because when it comes in, that's breaking that chain, it's breaking your body line. and that's going to form a collapse, and that's not what we're looking for. So you want to have a nice strong bow arm through the shot. It releases, wrist falls down, and you get that nice balanced feeling, and that's what we're looking for on your bow arm along with your follow through. I've brought my shot execution up to the next level, and now you have the information to do the same.